Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video we will have an important discussion regarding an emerging trend in the cryptocurrency market. This is undoubtedly one of the most significant developments that will propel many crypto projects in this direction. And as an investor, you and I, it is crucial to be aware of this trend, and it's called real-world assets or RWAs. So today I will try my best to explain to you in simple terms what it means and why is it relevant to us, highlighting why this orientation is relevant at the moment. And it will also be worthwhile to examine several tokens in this category, or at least I hope it proves useful. So let's not waste time, guys. As usually, hit a like, subscribe to the channel, and let's get started. So what is RWA, guys? Basically, you can see from the screen, it's real-world assets, and which I mentioned earlier, it refers to tangible assets that exist in the physical world but have been digitized. And when translated into straightforward language, these are assets with real-world value that have been converted into digital representations, but their underlying value remains the same. In simple terms, they are real-world assets that have been digitized in a way that maintains a one-to-one correspondence between the physical asset and its digital counterpart. Both the physical and digital versions retain the same stable value. Same stable coins like USDT or USDC, for example, also fall into this category. You can see that companies have started issuing these stable coins that are now commonly used. And this is the simplest explanation of what real-world assets are. It is also quite similar to how an NFT of a digital artwork can be worth the same amount of money as the original physical artwork. So we take an actual artwork from the real world and convert it into NFT that carries equivalent value. In summary, guys, without any complex jargon, real-world assets refer to physical assets that have been digitized in a way that preserves their original real-world value. By the way, guys, a short advertisement, please do not skip, maybe you'll find it useful. I'm personally using Tangem wallet for holding any crypto in general. It is a self-custodial hardware wallet that gives you absolute control of your private keys. It has been audited by Kudelski Security, an independent Swiss audit company. The chip has the highest certification level EAL6+, which guarantees the high level of security of your assets. You can find the report on the official Tangem's website, everything is transparent. And unlike other wallets, Tangem comes with 3 cards, and what I personally like is that it is shaped like a card, looks like a traditional bank credit card, and it can fit anywhere, can be taken anywhere, and these cards are used for generating and storing your private keys instead of a recovery seed phrase. The wallet supports over 6,000 different crypto assets across 37 networks. You can also access the centralized applications, and through the secure Wallet Connect protocol, the mobile app also allows you to trade on exchanges, buy NFTs, and stake your assets. It is absolutely easy to set up and easy to use. And for the pack of 3 Tangem cards, 1 wallet. I really do recommend you to have 3 because it has a higher level of security. It will cost you around $70. This makes it one of the most affordable hardware wallets when compared to options like Trezor models, for example, Ledger or others. And if you use promo code ALL4MEN, you will get additional 10% discount. So please go ahead and explore the website for yourselves. If you're looking for a good quality wallet to store your crypto, I do suggest Tangem. The link you can find in the description. Thank you for watching, and let's continue. And regarding the relevance of this topic, guys, let me just summarize this article and read out a few key points so the full picture is clear. In March 2024, basically the BlackRock company, which is very familiar with what BlackRock is and how it maniacally buys Bitcoins at the moment, so they made headlines by launching its first tokenized fund. This has had a very, very strong impact on the surge of many assets from this direction. I will now also show you another article that I couldn't help but share. In fact, there is a lot of information here. There are many interesting metrics, but I will highlight the main points. And at the current time, friends, in 2024, we're starting to build the entire ecosystem of tokenized real-world assets. Just imagine how huge and cool does that sound. So, and the same BlackRock company is currently participating here. Moreover, you can see Anchorage Digital Bank is here. It's basically the largest bank for digital assets. If someone is unaware, Andreessen Horowitz, the company right here, was one of the first investors in this bank. Other companies like Blockchain Capital also invested in Digital Bank. Also Visa, who became an investor in 2019. Goldman Sachs invested in 2021. So my point is that digital bank is a major player with considerable financial resources and influence. And for example, same BitGo, basically it's a digital asset trust company that attracted 100 million in investments in 2023 to expand its operations. Similarly, Coinbase, we can see here, is a well-known company in this space. I won't list all of them, but I already mentioned a few to demonstrate that currently there are many large companies in the crypto ecosystem that are building up this trend. And it's important to understand that this space now has a lot of major players. In the recent report from the Binance cryptocurrency exchange, it's indicated that Binance, along with other major funds like Electric Capital and Coinbase Ventures, they foresee growth in real-world assets starting in 2023. And this is not my personal analysis, but rather what emerges clearly from studying these official reports. The largest venture capital firms invest in crypto like Sequoia Capital, Andreessen Horowitz, and Spartan Group are actively putting money into RWA. Moreover, many banks and private investors with no prior experience in digital assets are now getting involved. And you can see, according to BCG analysis, the tokenization of global illiquid assets presents a 16 trillion business opportunity by 2030. So, guys, we are in a situation where a massive ecosystem around the RWA niche is being developed, and this includes very large and powerful institutions with substantial resources. And in my view, the importance of this niche is just self-evident. So, for example, if we go to CryptoRank and open a coin called Ondo Finance, then RWA cryptocurrency would already be gaining momentum. So basically, when the news broke out that BlackRock had established a fund, the cryptocurrencies in this niche began to surge. You can see it made more than like 300% at the moment. But it's not just only Ondo Finance. Also, other RWA cryptocurrencies, specifically Mantra Coin. Mantra Coin was absolutely ignored and irrelevant to everyone at the beginning of this year, but in fact their capitalization increased from 16 million to over 500 million of dollars. And these highs led to incredible 3,000% surge, even more like 3,500. And this significantly marks an important milestone, and I would like to emphasize that it was solely based on the news. We haven't even seen a full pump yet of the entire narrative. What do you think can happen when this narrative will get its hype similar to GameFi hype in 2021, for example? And as you can see, there are absolutely insane amount of RWA tokens currently existing on the market, and my eyes just running away. But today I specifically wanted to discuss just several promising crypto projects that haven't yet reached massive market valuations like Maker or Ondo Finance. There are many intriguing options like same Clearpool. It seems very undervalued to me with the market cap of only $100 million. Also, TrueFi project I consider as an interesting platform on my watch list, alongside with the same Maple and Centrifuge, for example. And while we could analyze the pros and cons of each of these coins, today I wanted to highlight specifically one of them, and it's called Goldfinch. So let me explain what this Goldfinch cryptocurrency is all about. Basically, we can visit their official website to get more information. And once we're there, you can see that you can choose, for example, a specific pool where you want to deposit your cash and provide liquidity to the project. And it's pretty straightforward for retail investors like us. You can even select the interest rate on your investment. And this project not only allows you to earn returns on your investment, but it also provides loans to people who need them directly without any middleman involved. And the best part, you will be paid with Goldfinch coins for participating in this project. And these coins are backed by either their shares or real money reserves. So let me explain why I still believe that it's a great idea to buy this coin. So you see some big players like Andreessen Horowitz, Coinbase Ventures, IDEO Collab. So all of them were early investors in Goldfinch. And if we go to CryptoRank, we can see that they pumped in nearly $40 million during the investment rounds in 2021 and 2022. So now you might wonder, why is this even relevant to us? Well, even though these investment rounds happened a while ago, it's important to note that these funds only started receiving their payouts in June 2022. They acquired 21% of the total issue at an average purchase price of around $1.50. And here is the thing. If we move to the chart now to examine the price, we can see that in 2022, the coin's market price was actually lower than what they paid for it. So this suggests that there was a period of accumulation happening, which could potentially mean good news for us, retail investors. And so we can understand now that these funds have around 2.5x, even like 3, for example, of unrealized profit at the moment. And to them, these triple returns are just a drop in the bucket. While they might have trimmed their holdings slightly in June 2022, for example, due to the token's price being lower than what they initially paid, I highly doubt they would offload significant volumes of this coin at the moment. So they still hold a substantial almost 22% of the total coin supply, and I genuinely believe it wouldn't make sense for them to sell off now. Their investment strategy aligns with the current focus on real-world assets narrative. And these funds are strategic players. They knew what they were getting into when they invested, unlike many who are just beginning to explore this space. Altcoins are still making their mark, and we're still far from reaching historical highs in market capitalization. So with that in mind, the funds may only be teasing us with the notion of triple returns. There is a significant opportunity for this token to experience like a surge from its current value to say potentially 15, 20, or even 30 times its current worth, in my sincere opinion, guys. However, guys, it's very important to also understand that there is another side of the coin if you're considering investing here. There are some factors that need to be taken into account. And for example, if we visit their official social network X, we would notice that they don't even have 100,000 of followers. And despite the project's existence since 2020, this social network seems almost inactive. There is minimal engagement from their subscribers and barely any new content or updates being shared. In fact, it appears to be quite lifeless. And similarly, if we examine their GitHub, we can see that there are slightly more than 20 developers associated with this project. However, their activity seems very limited, and most of their last contributions were made more than a year ago. This is not a good sign, guys. It seems like Goldfinch is facing serious challenges in terms of developer involvement and overall project activity. And this lack of activity is evident not only on their social network, but also on their GitHub and even the Goldfinch Foundation site. So it paints a picture of a project that is barely functional, with little to no development progress, and these factors must be considered as they indicate a worrying lack of engagement and progress. And if we take a look at Etherscan, we can see that there are barely 11,000 holders of this coin. And from all these metrics, it's pretty clear that this coin is essentially lifeless. But in fact, things are not always that simple, guys. And if this were the case, then everyone in the market would have earned from this token or in general. However, looking at Goldfinch's current situation, I can see two scenarios that funds could implement. And the first scenario is that they intentionally kept the coin in a dead state on purpose. It's highly unlikely that everything like Twitter, GitHub, and token would become absolutely lifeless without any explanation. However, the funds could have kept the token in this state for a long time because they knew about the real-world asset RWA narrative, which is a potential future trend in the market. And in this case, it would be beneficial for the funds to buy the token issue for a very long time. And the second scenario is more likely, in my opinion. The token is essentially dead, but there is still some activity going on there. For instance, there are currently almost $100 million of loans that have been issued. And in this scenario, the funds could carry out a type of securitization which involves taking illiquid assets and flipping them over. So this could potentially turn into a retail issue when the market becomes favorable. Overall, I believe that the second scenario is more feasible and has more potential for the funds to make a profitable move. And if you're interested in purchasing this coin, guys, it's important to note that it has grown a lot already. I suggest starting off slowly and gradually gaining this token in small orders. You can do this without making any major purchases, just by averaging your purchases slowly with what's called a ladder. I don't know if it makes sense in English, but this project has tremendous potential for growth, or at least for manipulation, regardless of whether it's active or inactive. The important thing to consider is that the funds behind the project, who hold about 22% of the coin supply, will need to create a market interest to distribute this coin to us. And this is the exact time when the project will come alive. And with such emission of these coins, like around 115 million only, I believe the project could safely be taken into such price ranges. So there are many coins out there, guys, but in my subjective opinion, this project is one of the most interesting and appears to be very speculative. And that was it from my side, guys. Hope this was useful and interesting. So give a like to this video, and I wish you all profits, deposit growth, and most importantly, investors' patience. So see you in the next videos.